Podleader.
This is our VH1 era.
From the Isle of Previously.
Conspiracy theory.
Doo-doo-doo.
I'm on Sexy Watch.
Skull Watch.
Clone watch.
Tyron.
Read alert.
Tyron 2 list.
Double.
Captions crunch.
It's so nice to wear.
You want to wear that top?
My hair bound.
Working models who are working.
It's good, it's round.
Podleader.
24.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Podleader. That's Top Model Podcast spelled backwards. And whoa, you may be thinking to yourself, J.W. Crump, how could you possibly still have more to talk about? This show's over. Let me intro my co-host, too. I don't know how to intro this one. I'm J.W. Crump.
I'm Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm Lex Basile Price.
Yay! And we did something special that our Lead 'em Pod, our wonderful, wonderful listeners and fans, contributed over 100 responses to, which
Wild.
blew our minds. And also, those came in hard and fast.
And they say you can't get people to respond to polls. Anymore.
Yeah. No low account voters.
Not on Podleader. But we
know how to Pokemon go to the polls. I'm sorry, Pokemon TCG to the polls. That's the new one.
Oh, sure.
I'm a hip.
Yet nothing is going to feel more hip than the episode we're about to do about the ideal cycle of top model. So what this was is the three of us came up with a list of around 40 different options. And these were things that appeared in most cycles, or at least a few cycles.
Iconically.
At least like more than one usually,
Yeah.
but usually not every cycle. And we said, you get to pick 7. This is Panera, baby. You pick
Dig
7.
in.
And if you could...
I get a bakery item.
A cookie, you say?
6 half sandwiches. What's a pick 7? But you got to pick 7 of these items out of the 40 to create an ideal cycle of America's Next Top Model. If you could only pick 7 of these things that had to be there, the rest might be there, but these are your 7 must-haves. What are they? And the results are in. I thought that was when you cut hair.
That's.
Oh, yeah, great.
Tick, 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 tick.
Yeah.
The voice has to ascend with the hands.
Yeah, you never tick down.
Nope.
Because
It's only shorter.
No, that's just
That's
adding
how the
layers.
extension sound.
extensions down to here.
And what I did was I took the results and I put them in order by percentage of how many people chose that as part of it. And what's really fun, and I haven't revealed this to Hannah Jane and Lex yet, is we have a bottom 2 and we have a top 6. But I kind of put them, it'd be a lot of time to go through all 40 individually. So I've kind of put them into 16 sections. So we'll like say all the ones that are in this kind of range and then we'll talk about them. You also got to, when you're filling out the poll, pick, if you're optional, but you got to pick your number 1. And we got some quotes for that. And sometimes ones that were further down had more people pick it as their number 1, which will be interesting to kind of
I love
see.
that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not the bottom 2. Do you want to just dive in?
Let's do it.
Okay. So the bottom 2, these are the only 2 that received 0. Not one person in the over 100 people polled selected this as one of their 7.
Great. Who?
And I'm gonna say, one I don't think will surprise you, and one I would have been kind of up there for me, so I was a little surprised. So, bottom 2, 0 votes. Social media scores, videos, quotes. So just kind of social media. And then the Tyra Suite. Not one person thought, and to me, I remember saying, and I still believe this, that I thought the Tyra Suite as an idea is a nice prize.
Maybe that's why, though, is that the idea was always way better than it was exactly.
Well, as soon as you had to pick a roommate, I guess.
It wasn't a room to yourself, you had to share a bed. Remember when they used to have the cot?
Oh, yeah.
I will say Jordan's most iconic moment, I think, was reading the magazine in bed.
I loved Laura being like, everyone's going to get a turn. And the second she won twice or whatever, she was like, actually, I hate everyone.
I don't love Jordan.
No.
But her in bed with Renee, and she goes, "Oh, you like Martin? Gross."
While she flaps through those magazines. Her best moment on the entire show.
I forgot about that. Oh, look at us. We have a Jordan moment. That's fun. Who knew that would be the first model we'd talk about in this thing?
It's the most Jordan ever appeared after she won.
Well. So, are either of you surprised about social media getting no votes?
Nope.
Oh, hard no from
I
Ginsburg.
think it was both helpful and not, right? Because part of it was like, oh, we get an actual ranking, but it was so racist.
I think those two things are very similar in that could have been used well, but the execution was never what it should have been.
I do think for podcasting purposes, the videos and quotes gave some joy.
Oh yeah,
Oh my God,
absolutely.
remember woman eating a mango bar or whatever?
The popsicle
Yeah.
I think, Hannah, you were like, have you ever seen someone gnaw a popsicle? We finally have.
With her much more excited boyfriend?
Anytime there was a duo, you knew you were getting something good.
Agreed.
This was very characters welcome of them.
Yeah, I didn't always love when they it was one person in their dorm room trying real hard.
Mm.
And I was like, I get it.
Yeah.
You love this show.
Mm-hmm.
But it was much funnier when there was someone who was not into it.
But to just make the contestants respond to
Yeah,
it was
the
one of the
apologies.
worst
Yeah.
things the show did.
One thing that's funny to me that I'm realizing in the moment, because people did, and we'll do some quotes, because there's no quotes about those, because there's 0 votes, people gave permission to use their name, their
Okay.
Discord name, whatever. And I know that, one of our listeners, Garrett, responded, but they had a quote on the show. So even Garrett was like, no. Garrett was on the show and was like, no thanks. Not
Would
for
not
me.
do again.
Rather have a beauty shot or whatever.
If only we could figure out what it was.
What it was.
No.
We'll never know.
So now let's go into this cluster of 6 of the items that are kind of our 15th place section. These are all 4% or lower.
Okay.
So
Made it in the house, but not the show.
exactly. These are semifinalists.
Yes.
Justice for these. So here's all of them, and they kind of have a similar vibe. An unnatural hair color makeover. So we're talking your pinks, your red, white, and blues.
Your highlighter
yeah.
greens.
An underwater shoot. Someone shaved bald for makeovers. Guest judges who didn't appear earlier in the episode. Love that someone, more than one person picked that. So it's like when Kathy Griffin just exists.
Great.
And then comeback contestant judges selection and comeback contestant audience voting. And judges selection got slightly more votes than audience voting comeback. So again, it's
Interesting.
unnatural hair color or bald, underwater shoot, guest judges who just randomly appear, and comeback contestants. Kind of all in this.
I would have thought unnatural color would have been higher up.
It is the highest of these. It's at 3.9%.
I guess it isn't that high because they didn't ever take care of that hair.
It's a good point.
It is interesting though, because I think makeovers in general are something that's very looked forward to.
Yeah.
So I am a little surprised that none of the makeover, we have some other makeover stuff that's coming up that's a little higher, but honestly, none of them are like super high. So, because for me, unnatural hair color, I get why it's at 3.9% thing. You know what I mean? Like it feels like enough people would be like, but that's my 7th. That's fun.
Yeah.
And comeback, no one cares.
Well, it's usually because it was bad.
Yeah.
I never like comebacks on reality shows. We've talked about this before. It's just never my thing.
R.I.P. Comeback Kitchen.
They'll never let it go. That is Tom Colicchio's baby.
I thought you said they could never make me love you.
Also.
Never.
And underwater shoots is our first photo shoot, Flo.
Number 1 OSHA violation.
Yeah, that's
I mean, you know how I feel.
the least safe of them, truly.
That's a funny one because it is such a classic top model thing, but every time someone's life was in danger.
Yeah.
Even in theoretically the safest of Fuerza Bruta
Yeah.
was not that
Not
safe.
safe.
Yeah, Claire me like broke her neck, right? Wasn't that? But what is funny is that is something that I think got ripped off by other shows.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Sure.
it definitely
Drag
Drag
Race.
Race
Yes.
for sure.
Loves
did
to
it.
waterboard their contestants.
Absolutely.
So just for the numbers dorks out there, here's the official numbers for each of these. Unnatural hair color, 3.9. Then underwater, bald, guest judges, and judges selection, comeback contestant, all 2.9. Then comeback contestant, audience voting, just 1%. Which it might just be one vote, honestly.
I will say, I'm shocked guest judges is so low.
It's guest judges who didn't appear earlier, so maybe it's just because they want them to be incorporated more.
Sure.
You know, it's like campy when they're there, like when Kim Kardashian just was in the petite cycle for 5 seconds. And she was like, I'll judge the CoverGirl commercial.
Oh, look, I'm here.
I have a book maybe coming out. Who can say? All right, let's move on to the ones that got between 5% and 8 or 9%.
Great.
This is like our 14th place. And we finally have, in this, we have some people who chose this as their number one. So we have some quotes. So we do have some people who are like, we're getting into our first must-haves.
I love a niche opinion.
Yeah. So let's go over these like one by one a little bit. So the first one at the highest at 8.7, a do your own makeup challenge. Those are fun.
Those. I do miss those. And it was the only time J. Manuel seemed really useful.
It was what he was there for.
Mm-hmm.
Them at their best, for sure.
Yes.
And actual tips, because I remember there was an episode that one of us was like, I'm getting tips.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm actually learning smoky eye or whatever. And that's kind of cool.
And I do love mirror drama.
Mirror drama?
Oh, when they're pushing.
Yeah, anything that had like mirror space fight.
I think that it's one of the better challenges too, because theoretically, as a model going on Go-Sees, you do need to know how to do your own makeup. So
It's an actual skill.
Yeah. And there's a way to do it that, like, clearly we had contestants who could and ones who could not. So it actually differentiates them.
And the separation between people that knew how to do makeup, but not makeup for a Go-See.
Yes. And people who would listen and who just absolutely refuse to take the advice.
Yeah. So the next one, same, 8.7% for this one as well. And someone picked this as their must-have. A one-take video challenge. And let's start with this quote, because I think this sets us up for the discussion.
Great.
A one-take video challenge. What would ANTM even be without wonderful, fabulous, it's so nice to wear, make it through the day, and beautiful blues, browns, greens, and hazels. And that is from Hula Hey Choquette.
See, this is the thing. The most iconic one, they got 2 takes.
They did get 2
Oh, that's
takes.
true. I do feel like it feels in the spirit.
It was in the spirit because the first one was silent.
Oh, yeah.
I think the problem is we just got so much one-take bullshit by the end of the series.
Well,
that I was super
we're currently very
burned
burned out on one take because Ashley Graham apparently loved one-take challenges. She was like, Ashley Graham's never needed it. Never needed a second take.
was that well, if we go back though, we said Tyra was a one-take wonder. To her detriment sometimes.
Yes, just would never do a retake even when suggested.
Yes.
What if we just learned that Tyra Banks doesn't know you can take more than one? She's like, it's all live to tape, right?
Live to tape. Yeah.
1 take, 2 list.
Yeah.
3 wicks.
That's the Model Land economy.
Now, this one's fascinating because it only got 7.8%, but 3 people picked this one as their top. The
3 of y'all should get together.
The first photo shoot is about an issue.
Oh.
Homelessness, voting, smoking, etc. And
abortion pro.
Never forget Natasha's photo blurring into that wall or whatever she was supposed to be doing.
The issue of Brits versus Americans.
Sarah Tollenmall said, the issue photo shoots are always my favorite because of how poorly some of them age. They're like a time capsule of chaos.
That is true.
Yeah. And this is really funny. This is from someone who goes by Drew the Evil Sprite. I need theme week to come back, and they were referring to this. More convoluted and political and confusing than ever. Bitcoin week, semifinals on Ellis Island. I'm sure there's a way to malign the concept of chosen pronouns.
Oh my God. Could you imagine?
If they
he, she, they, and then any mix.
No. If it was a classic top model setup where they had to pick their pronoun.
Oh no.
My pronoun is blank. Oh my God. It would be
My pronoun
so
is
bad.
model.
Exactly. That's exactly.
Make Jasleen do it. Her pronoun is cha-cha-cha. I'll respond to Cha-Cha or Diva.
Diva. Cha-cha slash diva.
I will say, those to me are very iconically top model.
Yeah, that
would be-
voting one
this would
still
be-
sticks in my
my
mind.
This
God.
would be one that, like, I started to look forward to it.
Mhm.
And then when it was gone, I did miss it.
Yeah.
Another one that was great for podcasting.
Oh,
Well, because they were never treated equal.
the
so
next.
confusing.
Remember poor, what was her name?
Kathleen.
Kathleen,
Mhm.
who they treated like a dumb idiot, but she didn't get any help.
I
Pro fur or what? Anti fur?
Yeah.
is Twiggy at her most, like, I don't know about this now.
I'm feeling sad. Uh-oh.
The next one, also 7.8, digital art for the first call out as a thing. And one person picked this as their favorite.
I was going to say, that seems low for digital art.
Digital art was better for podcasting than it is for a show.
It was just this little, you didn't know how bizarre it was until you really dug into it.
Yeah, yeah. Because otherwise you're like, oh yeah, they get to look at their photo that was number one. But then you're like, yeah, but the quotes,
The fonts.
the fonts.
Digital art's one of those kind of like the phrase smize that I associated it so heavily with top model that when they actually first introduced it, it felt so late.
Yeah.
True.
Cause it's so easy to just slap it on the screen.
I guess the idea.
I like it without quotes. Like the quotes are fun for podcasting, but stupid.
Yeah.
But if it's just the picture, it's like, yeah, why not?
I wonder if that was because of a production issue where they didn't want TVs in the house. Number one, they're reflective surfaces. Number two, it's like, we don't want to give them a TV. Granted, you don't have to turn it on or whatever, but I wonder if that was part of it. Because digital art basically came with the digital Tyra mail.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, that might have truly been one of those things that was a rare instance of top model having to find a solution to what to put on there when the Tyra mail's not on there and being like, well, why don't we just put the first call out?
Because
Surprise.
a black TV screen is heinous for a production.
Oh, we hate them. Absolutely hate them. The next one is 6.8%. Bonus prizes for the first call out, a la Cycle 14. Which I always thought, I thought they did more often.
Yeah.
I also thought that.
I thought that was like a 3 cycle thing. And also, I always thought that made sense. I think the reason it ended up not lasting was because Krista did it so often and doubled up. Because Krista won the challenges and won a lot of first call outs that it became this like moot thing where she just had to get double jewelry or whatever. It was fun when it was like a different person, I feel like. You know, like someone who won the challenge was not the first call out of the previous week.
Right,
so,
right.
Like, yeah.
It just doesn't seem that specific to top model also. Like that bonus prize comes in a lot of different reality shows.
And it also
Yeah.
didn't feel like paid for in the same way that other shows did. Do you know what I mean? Like it didn't like, and we're making a big deal of what your prize is. It
and
always,
Swanson is going to give you $10,000.
yeah, Hell's Kitchen, OXO, or whatever.
Yeah.
This was just like, and some underwear.
That's an interesting thing though, because Hell's Kitchen, I think of them as having iconic prizes.
Yeah.
Like you want that Hexclad or whatever
The
it's
blender,
called.
the way they all flip for the blender.
That Vitamix.
But that's interesting. Top Model never really had iconic prizes.
No.
I guess they had iconic prizes.
I mean, they
that
had
weren't
iconic,
tangible.
they were iconic prices to us.
Yeah.
Lemons and limes.
And I guess jewelry. They love to give away jewelry on Top Model.
Remember when they gave away all that hair product that I don't think went to any use? It was like Beauty by Lisa or whatever.
Remember that woman who insisted on giving away her purses?
Oh
Oh, the ones where you made your own.
my
Is
god.
that what you're talking about? Like the Build-A-Bear purses?
Yes. Where they had to go to a class.
And I remember at the time, and this is how you could tell I've evolved. I've been like, I don't know. I would get all up in that.
I can attach how many feathers to my purse?
Ooh, feather earring ding. The last one in this category got 5.8, the lowest of this, and it's an ugly, pretty shoot.
I just don't
I
really,
wish everyone could have seen how pursed the lips became of my co-host.
it's funny because I don't necessarily think of that as a specific shoot.
It was a
Something that
Tyra shoot.
says, yeah.
I feel like
Which sometimes becomes a shoot.
And I could be wrong, listeners. I don't have any memory of what I've said or done on this show.
Mhm.
I feel like I never liked those. So I also agree. Like, I was never a fan of the, like, put grease on your face photos.
Yeah, some of them were tire shoots.
Yeah, I think a lot of
them were tire shoots.
Mhm.
I do remember really fangirling hard over the one where it was fake purses and they were like done up. It was Angelique's cycle and Alasia was still in there and Ansley, and it was like on the streets, and it was, don't sell counterfeit purses.
Oh, right.
Oh, I hated that.
No,
too.
I loved that one.
I think
did.
of it as an ugly,
the
pretty
Canal
shoot,
Street one.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
right.
Yeah.
Fast. It was like fake fashion.
Fast
Mhm.
fashion, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, that was like one that, like, in my head, I think of as, for me, it was, I know,
Yeah.
I remember you not liking it, but Hannah and I really enjoyed it, and it was like, to me, that was a more successful version of it.
But that was
Yeah.
still because it was a actual photo shoot, not
and an
just
ad, theoretically.
Yeah, not a headshot that you could never use.
It's funny about Top Model looking at the ugly pretty shoots now that I'm thinking about it, where they want to be queer friendly so badly but refuse to embrace camp.
Yes.
Like, just embrace the camp. They never would fully go there.
I think because one of the things is I think Mr. J does not like camp.
Interesting, really.
Neither did Nigel.
No, but I'll put like a queer person that was on set for a lot of it. I don't think that is Jay's aesthetic at all, is camp. He likes, like fashion and like
I mean, based on
beauty.
the book,
And
it's
the
very like
Instagram.
ritzy,
Yeah. I mean, bad taste.
which
but
is camp, ironically.
Ironically,
Yeah.
but that's why I think because he like doesn't get the concept of camp in the same way. Remember when he dressed up like a drag queen and he like couldn't be bothered and hated every moment of it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that had a lot to do with it. And there just weren't a lot of queer people on set in charge.
I think some folks who want to be sexy don't like to do camp because they don't think camp can be sexy.
Sure.
And I think there's a part of Mr. J who is a very attractive person who wanted to be sexy. Like, cause he really got into it when it was like vampire.
Yes.
Oh,
I can be
True.
Blade?
Yes.
Okay.
He loved vampire.
Sexy camp? Got it. Moving on to our 13th place category. These are, every single one of these 6 is 9.7%.
Okay.
These are all the exact same. The first one is Miss J tips as a prize.
That too low.
Because it was so needed.
And we saw how needed it was when he wasn't there and they weren't teaching them anything.
Nope.
I also like that it got a name,
Yeah.
which
J
felt
tips.
like J. Alexander did that themselves.
Yes.
Like everything they did on the show.
Yeah, that's true.
I will get paid for this afterwards. It needs a name.
Yeah, there needs to be a book title in the future. But no one picked that as their number one, unlike the next thing, which is a special elimination, a double, a neither, or whatever. And Cassie said a special elimination because I loved a good surprise double elimination, or because someone quit, no one was sent home. It made things more interesting and fun.
I get that.
I agree too. I think that Top Model really, especially for its first half or so, had a very strict template.
Yes.
And you remember everyone going to London. You remember that moment where everyone like was surprised no one was eliminated. We're all going to London.
Yes.
Like, it's a big moment for the show. You just have to do it rarely.
Tiffany Rebecca.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But then I think
Our most famous moment of the show by outsider standards.
I would say on the other hand, though, I think the reason it's low is for things like short season, getting rid of Jen and Aaron.
Absolutely.
Like, because it then started seeming a little bullshitty, especially the further down the line it was, the worse.
Closer to the finale.
Yeah.
Yes. Anytime they messed with things, and we've all talked about how much we hated like Final Four in the top. In the
Eliminate
last
at
episode.
the
I feel like
runway.
I just hate top 2.
Yes.
Final 4 is more fine to me as long as we just get rid of, and I understand we also hated the way they did it in the last cycle, but give me the last episode functionally works great as top 3 becomes top 2, does the runway, done. Like,
Yes.
they had the thing. Why change that?
I guess they made elimination so important that suddenly when they became, it seemed like they were less important. The show was sort of betraying itself.
It felt more shenanigan-y.
The next one, I'm surprised this one is so high, but I kind of live. Tyra pre-panel transition photos on the theme.
What do I feel like that's so
Now,
we can talk about
That's camp.
that? Yes.
Dog heaven. Give me puppy heaven.
Give me tiny cup.
Yeah. Or the one where she was against ice that was breaking.
Oh, right.
And all of us are like, what is this?
The reason
Did
this
she
isn't
fall?
top is that Rob Evans got involved.
Yeah.
That's why it can't be up there.
Those got so gross.
I would love to ask anyone who voted for this one, does this include the cycle where it was the book of modeling tips for young girls or whatever?
Oh, no. That was the worst.
Oh, my God.
I forgot about that. Thanks a lot.
It was like it's cycle 12, just a normie cycle otherwise.
Oh, no.
Tips to a young child.
Shine bright so you can shine brightly. What? The next one got 2 people who said this was their top, and get ready for gag. Goop. Third thing. Recap episodes with unseen footage.
Boo!
That's because of Lex, I feel like.
Well, Sophie says, don't hate me, Hannah Jane. But I love hearing Lex discuss the recap episode. I used to hate the recaps, but it is amazing how in hindsight, it feels like the recap is production's way of going rogue. It feels like the recap is where the show tells on itself and we see more editing and storyline shenanigans.
That's true.
To be clear, I also loved Lex's recap of the recap episode.
Yeah, absolutely. I wonder in this list, and I think this is our first really good example, how much of this is what people liked about the show or what people like about our interpretation of the show and where those two things marry. Because I do think Lex's individual work and I will say enthusiasm most of the time for presenting the information to us.
Yes.
Yeah, for presenting it to us.
It lines up with your willingness to deep dive.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Your investigative journalism side.
And I will say, I loved when I brought something that you were both like, what? Huh?
Okay.
That House of Cards, you brought it down.
That one time where you were like, there was a game show for the makeovers, and we're like,
yep. When they bring in extra people that we never saw on the show, I'm like, what did they do?
Mm-hmm. And M, who also picked this as their number one, was also saying, I was hoping to see on-screen animations like thermometer clock counter as one of the options.
That's such a good point.
And M was saying that you get a lot of those in the recaps.
A lot of dings. A lot of dings and ants.
And less. I will say, though, that to the extreme was the Phil facts or whatever.
Pline?
No.
Oh, Jesus Phil.
Jesus Phil. Who I recently saw in a ad for a casino.
Well.
And he looked not good.
Well. Working model is working, though, I suppose. The next one, again, all these 9.7%, a contestant quitting.
There are some iconic exits.
Oh, yeah. A contestant quitting, super fun.
Yeah.
But I think for me, contestant quitting recently.
That's I was going to say. There were times that it was fun, and then this last cycle really put that to the test.
Yeah, I think it kind of depends on when it happens and for what reason.
Yes.
Like
Cassandra quitting over here is iconic in the best way.
And Louise quitting
for Kelly Catrone.
Yeah.
And the final one in this category is a photo shoot. An impression of a famous person photo shoot. 9.7%. I was surprised.
I'm into that. I like that placement.
I feel like it makes sense the placement wise.
I love it because it could lead to equally amazing and terrible photos.
I mean, there are some that are good, truly. I think, honestly, Cycle 2 was one of the best.
I was going to say Mercedes, Billie Holiday.
Yeah. Zia Mara's aside. Not Zia Mara's
Not her fault.
Not Zia Mara's fault. But yeah, it was like, I think.
I will always, honestly, I think, when I look back at the Angelina Jolie Brad Pitt relationship, the only happy thing from it now is thinking about Cara G being both.
I will counterpoint Allison as Michael Jackson.
Once again, not her fault.
Although I will say Brooke's best photo shoot was being Brittany and whoever.
Yep.
What was his name?
Federline.
Yeah. Here's our 12th place trio. These all got between 10 and 13%. So we're getting into the higher ones. One got picked as the top one by 2 people, an embarrassing improv challenge.
And one person said, the improv challenge. As a theater kid, those are always my favorite episodes to watch people stumble through. And that was Guava Miley. And then Amy Opterick said, I just love it when people take themselves so seriously and think they're amazing just because they have, like, one skill. I just think it's fun. So improv coded.
Great moments from the improv challenges.
I think it's funny that improv got incorporated into so many other aspects of the show. Like there were challenges, photo shoots. Like improv was one of those things that ended up being a skill that the models had to have, even though that's something that there are literally classes for.
But I think that's also because it's a Tyra skill.
Yes.
Sure.
And joy.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I stand behind it. I think Tyra, did you all see that Tyra's going to be on Hollywood Squares?
Yep.
That makes a lot of sense.
It's very her, I think.
You know the center square?
Who?
Wild, chaotic choice. Drew Barrymore. You want someone in center square that you can rely on.
Yeah, that's where we put Whoopi Goldberg.
She's in touching
Stable.
distance of way too many people in the center.
She's just going to wander into other squares and be hugging all
Do you think
those.
Tyra only
100%.
agreed to do it because of Drew Barrymore and she really wants that friendship?
No, Tyra probably didn't know because she was like, she saw Drew Barrymore. She was like, oh, worst interview of my life. The next thing that one person chose, this is also at 12.6%, is an extremely unique final runway. Eric said, A&TM has been a cultural phenomenon due to the camp it provides, where it lands a little bit closer to the Devil Wears Prada. While I love seeing the amazing real modeling world the show sometimes showcases, it's much more interesting having the absurdity of how fashion could often be from an outside perspective. I do think there are some really interesting final runways, and it used to be a fun reveal of how is this one going to be unique, and at some point I do think they lost the plot with those.
I agree.
100%.
I think we really were pretty good with like water runway / Japanese crossing runway.
I think it peaked in cycle 7. Screaming in the caves.
that was the beginning of the end.
See, I think the last one I think of, even though I don't think it's a good idea, but I remember it so distinctly, is cycle 11's Purple Hills, where they had to run up.
right.
And to run in heels.
And they even made like the winner model from another country do it. I was like, why are we doing this? And it was just because Whitney had to do it too, right? Because they used to have the models come back.
Oh, I can't believe, I don't believe Whitney did that.
I think she did.
Must have.
I bet she didn't. And they made footage in there that was like, yeah, they just cut and she's at the top. Oh, I did it. But that was to me the last one that I like really distinctly remember, because then after that it's Allison and Tiana just rolling around in mud
Yeah.
in Ariana Grande ponytails.
Oh,
Right.
And that one to me, I was like, okay, well, you just didn't have an idea.
No.
You need a really specific kind of designer for those to really work, I think.
A vision, maybe.
Mm.
And I think, as we know, the show started losing the credibility that it had.
Ooh.
And they didn't want to be on the show anymore.
And 10.7%, a wig or a weave that eventually has to be removed.
Yes, love.
Top.
Bad for the contestant. I feel really bad, but great. I love when you start seeing it, like the grow out.
It's so hard to watch. I do love production pretending they didn't refresh people.
Well, Sophie.
I do think we can basically name all the iconic wig weaves that had to be removed, because you're thinking Brittany, you're thinking Molly, JL in the moment of hers. Yeah.
Jesus Phil.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That stupid beanie.
Beard weave.
The way you just activated like a sleeper.
That's my phrase that makes me up.
Do we think the reason
I posted to Facebook about that?
Do we think the reason that Molly is now on Southern Charm is because of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Great.
Yeah. I can't believe I haven't seen it yet. Have either of you?
No.
Okay. I just can't believe that Molly's associated with something with the word charm. No offense. Grab that money, Molly, but like,
bag.
Her charm, part of her charm was not being charming.
That's true. I love petite cycle Aaron, so who am I? This is our 11th place. These are all 14.6.
Oh.
And all of these had at least one person who was like, this is the one.
Great.
First of all, this is a general. We'll talk about CoverGirl commercials. They're higher up, but CoverGirl just as a sponsor.
Yes.
Sure. Agreed.
That really was the show's heyday.
Yeah. Eric G said, CoverGirl is a sponsor, easily my number one. I thought pragmatically about this, and out of everything, that's the absolute that one is a must-have because it was the glue that kept the show together.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it truly helped, whether for good or bad, it helped, like, funnel who the winner was.
Yes.
Even the people that, like, got far, but they'd be like, but it's not cover
You
girl.
have to be able to do CoverGirl.
Yes.
And it's so specific, and
Everyone
everyone
knows
knew
the
what it
reference.
meant.
Yes.
Everybody knew what it meant.
And I think also being a cover girl
Mhm.
is something that an outsider understands. It's a big deal when a celebrity gets picked to be
Mhm.
the newest cover girl.
Mhm.
They got to meet other cover girls at parties and stuff. And it's like, wow, you were the cover girl of 2013 or whatever. Like, it's a distinction.
It was also by far the best product integration on the show.
Yeah.
The only reason I know the phrase CoverGirl Queen Collection
Yeah.
is Top Model.
Yeah. All those, even though they were complicated and silly, we remember Lash Blast,
Mhm.
Wet Slicks.
And I will say, CoverGirl doesn't have the best makeup, but to this day, people will be like, yeah, but I swear by that product.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it was on the show.
Yeah.
It was also good for CoverGirl.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a premium brand, but that's never what they were trying to be.
Right.
They were trying to be like, you can afford this. And it's good enough for most things.
And it also helped dictate their commercial stuff.
Sure.
They could just lean into this is the CoverGirl video. This is the CoverGirl shoot. And then they could keep the other stuff more like editorial high fashion if they had at least the CoverGirl.
Great challenges, too. Never
Yeah.
forget Shop the Wall.
The next one is a Tyra Teach.
Mm.
Two people also picked this as their top one. Lauren said, it's a tie between the Tyra and a runway teach. The show's at its best when it's actually nurturing new talent and we get to see people improving as a result.
True.
Yeah, the problem with Tyra Teaches is they also went off the rails.
Yes.
Like-
Are you getting good or absurd?
Yes, because
Mhm.
it no longer became Tyra workshopping her new, like, hit word.
Well, this is funny because I prefer a runway teach and a Tyra tip.
Yes.
I thought Tyra excelled in the tips where they were
Yes.
practical. You could see exactly how to apply them. The teaches got absurd, which was also great in its own way.
Sure.
But for different reasons.
Yet Joseph said, who also picked that as their number one, said, I can never forget Paulina in Cycle 10 showing how to pin back an oversized shirt or Tyra demonstrating how light hits your face at different angles. It was good and round practical advice.
Mhm.
But I think that leans into what you're saying. Tyra was at one of the things that Tyra was the best at was in panel.
Mhm.
Yes.
When she would very quickly actually know how to give the tip, which is I think what you're saying about
Exactly.
something.
Really succinct.
Mhm.
And she was different when she spoke that way.
Yes.
Because you
Yes.
could tell all of us. I think you can tell this with anyone. When you're speaking from a place of true passion and expertise, you light up
Mhm.
and you're so confident.
Yeah. Rather than a silly think about what food makes you horny or whatever.
Mhm.
Or getting superhero names or. Mhm.
Yeah, it's inauthentic in some ways.
Yes.
Tooching challenge.
Mhm.
It's even when she was talking about smizing, you're like, oh, this is your thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, you know what you're talking about.
Mhm.
Superhero silliness aside, you know. And the final one at 14.6, cannot believe it. This is because of us, is a Tasha Smith acting challenge.
Yeah.
Tasha Smith. We put respect on Tasha Smith's name.
The only good acting teacher.
Yes.
Vincy Poo 22 says Tasha acting challenges are peak comedy and challenge because Queen Camille is the reason it sticks in my mind, but Camille has to be present for each acting challenge to make it perfect.
They brought Camille back to do the acting
She's
challenge
like-
teaches.
She said, don't care, show up late, and say whatever you
Go to the
fucking want."
drugstore.
Yeah.
As soon as someone starts crying, she's like, stop.
I will say, I feel like Tasha Smith was the perfect balance between access emotions,
Mhm.
but you're still acting.
Yes.
Whereas it started either leaning way too into therapy
Therapy.
time
Mhm.
or Larry Moss bad accent work.
And I think part of that is Tasha Smith was a working actor who was working,
Yeah.
but was there to be a little silly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because didn't Tasha Smith do the silent acting one? When they were like,
Yes,
it was Carrie
I think
D
so.
and Melrose's cycle, and it was like, it ended up being a black and white. They were drinking prune juice. Like, I feel like that was Tasha Smith.
She was the only acting teacher who felt like they understood Top Model.
Yes.
Mm.
But still knew how to act.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never forget the moment in panel when we did not know she was standing off to the side, and all of a sudden
my
it was
God.
like, and Tasha's here. We were all like, ah! And I also think that Tyra and Tasha are friends.
Yes.
I think that
And I think that was
Tasha
clear.
Actual
helped.
friends.
I think that Tasha did give her acting advice.
Yeah. For sure.
All right, 10th place. two of them both tied at 16.5%. A themed audition episode, so boot camp, Greek gods, Top Model Institute of Technology.
Give out those diplomas.
And the rare fourth judge teach. So Janice, Paulina, Twiggy, etc. And each of these I'll just read these quotes because one person each
Great.
picked. Umi Rayat liked the auditions because not necessarily a themed audition episode, but I think auditions are an important introduction to the contestants and insight into what the judges are looking for in that cycle. Then Noah said the rare fourth judge teach. My season, meaning their ideal season, has a mon judging, so there would hopefully be more teaches that are just rubbing shit all over your face.
I believe that was when Janice was actually at her best, was her teaches. Paulina too. I think Paulina did a pretty good job.
It did give us the Poroscova twist.
Twiggy hated it.
Yes.
But I was remember that Twiggy's for Psycho though, she had to host like all of them because they were like, we got to get people to beloved Twiggy after losing Janice.
Pairing her with Jay to help.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad that got 16.5% because those were good. I think that we talked about this a lot. I think Paulina was the last fourth judge who was there to play.
Yes.
Like, we all respect and loved Andre Leon Talley. And it was nice to see Andre go to the contestants' homes and talk to them.
That was always great.
Yeah, but that was more of a mentor position than a...
They weren't there to host silly stuff, though.
Yeah.
And I think you lose something. I think you need that fourth judge to want to play the game a little.
I will literally always remember. Catching a taxi.
We'll always be able to model in a catalog.
Remember that Lisa D'Amato was part of that?
She was?
She was the other person behind a newspaper painting or whatever. And she was like, and Lisa's here.
Oh, I
right?
blocked that out. Because I only think of Gina being there.
Yes.
Remember when Lisa was a friend of the show that got invited back? I'll say, auditions are important. I totally agree with that. I know how we all feel about auditions, and we learned the power of auditions.
They're
Absolutely.
necessary for storytelling.
Yes.
I do think I want a theme. I do. I want it because I think auditions are at their best when they do the exact same thing, just a beauty shot, a runway, and like maybe a little challenge. You get 3 things to judge, an interview.
And the theme doesn't even have to be that strong. Go back to, remember Airport?
Yeah.
But remember when Patrick was surprisingly okay?
Y'all?
Most importantly,
the fact that Patrick wasn't the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
And it could have been
so
bad.
I'm going to argue that Patrick added to that cycle.
You know?
I still think that Patrick should have just been the Tyremels, if not Johnny Wujak's hat.
Yes.
Let's go on to our 9th place section. We're getting into the 20s.
Ooh.
So this first one got 24.3%. Photo shoots where everyone is in the same theme, but their individual things aren't created equal. And 6 people said this is their must have. And this is the lowest one that had the most must have. So people who like this are like, this is it.
John Lennon and who, baby? 0 cents.
Jess Voorhees said, same but not equal shoots. It's the perfect blend of fun theming and reality show nonsense. Who gets what? Let's give everyone the same challenge. Wink, wink. Also while having fun with and testing the limits of an overarching idea.
I mean, I will always and forever love Fairy Tale Falling.
Oh my god!
Remember Brooke in just fabric wrapped around her body?
Didn't they make
Leslie is the wolf?
Leslie
Did
is
Which was one of the best ones.
the best ones? Didn't they make Sarah Tolomall be like Little Boy Blue? I do love it.
No, that was Nicole.
No, wasn't it Kari?
No, Kari was
Sleeping Beauty, Aurora, maybe.
No, Kari was like Little Miss Muffet or something.
Oh, sure.
No, Little Boy Blue was redhead.
Molly Sue.
Oh, sure.
No, who did you say?
I do remember Danny was Snow White because of the apple shot.
Yeah.
It was very
Stunning.
good. Yeah.
Mhm.
And Gina was Sleeping Beauty.
Yes.
Or Sleeping Beauty, I think.
It's a great show.
And then someone was Princess Anna P, and then it got that was Nena.
But I do think that
They put that horrible wig on her.
Every time they do anything doll themed,
Oh my god.
whoever
Dolphins
gets the
are
not
it.
the actual doll.
I love doll
Teen
themes.
doll.
That's the best Sarah shot.
Yeah,
where
that's-
she's in like a page boy hat.
Where they're like, let's make her a brat. I do think that
Because she's tall and small. If she had just been a
Mall.
Build-A-Bear.
How is no one a build your own doll?
Oh, seriously. But I do think that these types of shoots are the...
Bread and butter.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There was actually someone literally, I want to give them credit. Someone literally said, James said they're the bread and butter of the show.
Yep.
Yeah. Agree, James.
The next one, and I think we'll all agree with this, 20.4% Tyra mail, physical Tyra mail, not videos or stuff.
For sure.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. You know what's so funny? I was thinking about this. Tyra mail could not be simpler
Mm-hmm.
or more production friendly.
Mhm.
When it's just a top fold down card. And people outside of top model viewers know Tyra mail. And the phrase Tyra mail created a reality TV show staple.
Yeah.
And not everyone had to read it at the same time. Do you remember Tyra Scroll?
Oh, Tyra Scroll.
Anytime they went off the path and they tried something new, I just always wanted it to go back because the fun of Tyra mail was what the wording was and watching them guess.
Yes.
Yes.
That was the joy. You didn't need, and I prefer the physical mail. I didn't even mind it when it was just screen that functioned as it because I do kind of like digital art, so I understand the
Sure.
need to do both.
But I didn't need Rita.
Videos, no.
But I do
never
like
worked.
finding out who wants to read the Tyra mail.
Yes. But you know that because they're the ones that are excited.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, but also it created some fights. I still remember Kristen the Sea Witch versus Victoria for that one Tyra mail. Like, why lose something that can create petty drama?
It's so cheap.
Yeah. It's a FedEx run. Why? I also loved it. Oh gosh.
When they went overseas and they would theme the tire mail.
The petite cycle where it was a bankable vault that opened to a small tire mail and then they brought a tiny bankable vault overseas. That was the best
So
they did
good.
tire
Yeah.
mail. Because to open a whole door just for a card is so top model to
Yes.
me. It's like all the extravagance with none of the value.
I also love the camp of production having to like sneak in and place the tire mail.
Remember Psycho 9's Heather when she was just staring at it and you could tell they had told her like wait
Yeah.
to say something and she's like, Tyra mail.
It is also interesting to think I could pick Tyra's signature out of a lineup.
Uh-huh.
And I can't say that about most celebrities.
I was surprised that it took so long for us to get to Fierce in Love.
That's true.
Because it was XO for a while, right?
XOXO.
Yeah.
It was XOXO.
Or Love Tyra.
Tyra.
I like it when they all said that together. That was the time.
Yes.
That was cute.
The only kind of mail that was better on screen was the skull mail because of the skull.
Yes.
I love that. That was the one thing I did not remember. And I love that we all became such stands for Skull Mail.
The only skull that's worthy on
Yes.
top model.
True. And the last one in this one is also 20.4% like physical tire mail. Bobbleheads.
Where are they?
We saw them once. Did we only ever have like one bobblehead proper?
The truest bobblehead?
Cycle 2 had the stick figure ones, which I think is what we're thinking.
Yes.
I did like the plain ones when they would wave and stuff,
Oh,
which aren't
especially when they were
bobbleheads, but
animated.
Yeah.
we're in the
Agreed.
Who can forget Hadassah?
I love that it became us trying to decide who was in the emergency room. We created
Who's
lore.
up front, who's in the back?
I love when they would wave backwards.
I just like that it gave us hard opinions like, Alyssa would never sit in the front. And we're like, what? I would catch myself and be like, what are we talking about? I would love to know when those were shot. Like,
Yes.
because if it's the video one, they had to have a shoot.
No, I think you could just do it at either a shoot
Mm.
or in confessionals.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I
They
just wanted to see
They
it.
just say like, "Oh, great, wave."
Yeah.
Be funny. It was part of hacking to go
Oh
overseas.
my god!
Contestants, everybody get in the booth.
Why?
Like instead of a passport photo, you're
Yes.
doing your wave. All right. We're getting up there because now we're above 30%.
Ooh.
So now we're getting to those thirds. This is our kind of 2 8th place people. I love that these two are in the same category
Ooh.
together. First, 33%. So fully a third
Wow.
of people. a Tyra as photographer photo shoot.
Classic.
Boo.
It's a staple of the show. Photographer Tyra and her newsboy cap and her suspenders.
I know, but I guess for the show, you need it. But I always don't like those shoots.
I think it led to some good photos.
I think it actually led to... I want to read these two quotes, but Megan said she's the judge and she actually takes good photos. And Laura said, I think she's an interesting photographer and I almost always really like her photo shoot themes and the results. I also like that Tyra gets to see firsthand how the contestants model and she gives tips to the models that are actually really helpful and interesting to see. I think Cycle 11's black and white, where they did a casual and they did an avant-garde, was one of the best Tyra things that ever happened because except for Alina,
that's what I was going to say.
All of them. It's when Sam really shined and Marjorie, you're like, you can do that avant-garde stuff so well. Like,
and then Alina, can't teach her.
Yeah. And Tyra finally realized like, ugh.
Yeah.
Can't keep her around.
Like when the elimination reflected Tyra being like, oh, I finally saw it and it's not good.
Yes.
Or
also,
I finally did see it and it is good.
If Tyra wasn't taking photos, we would never have gotten jet ski Tyra.
That is true. And Dolphin afraid of dolphins Tyra.
Yes.
Or Mommy, I made a pee-pee Tyra. The best of all Tyras.
Is that all the same episode? I think that was all in Jamaica.
Did Natasha experience all of that? Oh my gosh. But yeah, and then, so 2 people picked that as their must have, but the next one got 30.1%, and 4 people picked this, and this is all on us.
Uh-oh.
An Anne Choquette appearance.
I was waiting for it. Queen of Whispers.
Hey, lady.
She's the Varys of Top Model, Queen of Whispers.
Sheena said, awesome aunt Anne Choquette. She always radiated and radiates a good vibe. DB said, quiet goddess Anne Choquette does not require an explanation. Hey, ladies. And finally, Miranda said, Anne Choquette, because I would give anything for one more chance to see Whisper goddess Anne Choquette just doing her job.
Just competent.
And it's been a nice thing, post-show, to see that she's still, like, seemingly a nice person.
Cool.
And, like, has a thing that she's passionate about.
Political views to be proud of.
Yeah.
Y'all, I read her book. It's good. And I'm not even the audience for it. It's for like young professional women. And it was like still great tips, very positive vibes. I commented that I had read it and she was like, I really hope you enjoy it. And she used a GIF that one of our listeners made that, I love that. I would genuinely, some people said a perfect finale episode would be us just interviewing Anne Choquette. And if we ever interviewed someone, that would have to be
the one.
And the thing is, I think she'd just say yes.
Yeah,
she was my biggest turnaround on the full rewatch, I would say. Because I didn't have strong memories, and the ones I did, I was like, eh. Yeah. And then rewatching, what a delightful human.
And she was definitely, I think, one of the best reoccurring professionals that we saw.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of in that, what's his name? Rosenthal.
Mike
Rosenthal.
Kind of in that thing that you're always like, oh, good. Yeah. Pleasant person. Good at their job.
Yes, I don't have to worry about the contestant's safety.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I love that our lore that she has top model outfits and then she has her real outfits. And that would be my first question. And I guarantee she'd be like, oh yeah. I do think, you know what I was surprised by once we got into it? I'm surprised there was never a cycle, even if it was just like a one-off cycle, where she was a permanent guest judge.
Would have been great.
Yeah.
Like an Eric Nicholson situation or a Drew Elliott paper magazine. I'm surprised she was never
representative of the magazine on the panel.
Like honestly, Petite Cycle would have made a lot of sense for her.
She was too busy.
Well, sure. All right. We're now officially at the top 7.
Oh.
So these are the ones that would be, and there's just one of each of these. Great. So there is a very distinct first, second, third, fourth, etc. And this means these are the ones that we actually would be in everyone's ideal cycle because we asked them to pick 7. So I'm so glad this math worked out. So in 7th place, 37.9%. 2 people picking it as their absolute must. At least one plus size curve fiercely real contestant.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Allison said at least at least one plus size contestant. Maybe we could get a winner who has a personality and is plus size, like Takara. Forever, she was so robbed. Yeah, I think that the show, when it did what it was saying that it was setting out to do, and trying to change the standards of beauty and what we see as beautiful, having plus size contestants was a smart piece of that. Mm-hmm. And then it became disappointing in cycles where there was not one, especially when the high fashion cycles happened, and all of a sudden it was like, well, we can't do it for those.
I think
because they actually couldn't.
Yeah,
sadly,
Italy would have been excruciating.
Oh my god.
Yeah, although Kasha was in one of those, right? They literally had to get someone who was basically a fully working model to do it in Kasha.
I also think the show became less interested in plus size models once Whitney won. They're like, we
checked off the box.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then got slightly more interested once Ashley Graham came back to force them.
Kind of, but like, I'm shocked that there was not really a benefit to having Ashley Graham there.
Yeah, just having her there.
Yeah.
Mm.
It would have been, I mean, this is just fully a spinoff, but it would have been great to just have a cycle that was all plus size contestants and Ashley Graham just as a one-off thing hosted just that one. Mm-hmm. If you wanted to, I think I got some joy out of Rita, so I don't necessarily need it to be replaced, but if Tyra's leaving and you've got Ashley Graham, why not do, hey, back to all female presenting contestants. You know, the boys are gone. The guys are out. But we're going to do something.
Where are the boys at? Not here.
But because one of our favorite cycles, both in terms of the contestants and the show, was the petite cycle. Yep. So why not just do that with plus size contestants?
It was right there.
Yep.
Yeah. Like.
But they did college, so.
It is also really funny to me that they had the opportunity to sort of correct the Whitney win with Christiana in the last season and then just didn't take it.
I also think it's the one thing about this that is complicated to think about was the people like Cycle 9 Sarah and Alyssa from the college cycle that were like
the quote unquote in-betweens.
Well, and the show would decide that they were the plus size contestant, even though that person was like, I've never necessarily felt that way. And then you got some people like poor screwed over by the show London. Who they're like, but you can't become more plus size. That's not what.
Kenya too.
Oh, well, most famously. Yeah, it's, and I'll never forget about poor Brita who weighed in at 122 or whatever. And I think it's so funny. I bet even at the time, because that was when I probably watched in real time, I was like, well, that's 50 pounds less than I am. What are we looking at?
I remember, side note, the first time I realized the weight they gave in Bridget Jones's Diary and how skinny Bridget Jones is.
If you want to lose your mind, the episode where Homer Simpson in The Simpsons,
where's the moo-moo?
Yeah, gets so big that he clogs a pipe. Yeah, no, his original was like 222, and I'm like, that is such a normal weight. And that character was supposed to be the fattest man that existed.
Also, that's because we don't know what numbers mean.
No,
and this is talked about, obviously, in circles that are bigger than ours, but like, we can't, as humans, like, understand, like, what a million of something is, what a billion.
Our brains just can't comprehend.
Right. Yeah. But I also think
because you'll never see it.
That comes to weight. For some reason, 200 pounds for people is like, you're a fat ass who can't fit in clothes, and you might as well be on a TV show about how fat you are.
And that's literally what I weigh right now. And I think the average person wouldn't look at me and be like, JB can't wear a shirt.
But what I mean is like, that was ingrained in us.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah. No, it's a weird standard.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we also don't understand how much height can play a role. And how much other things can play a role.
Muscle?
And how, yeah, exactly. But I used to love people like, well, muscle weighs more than fat. I'm like, I guess. I feel like 1 pound of both is the same, but sure.
They fall at the same rate, probably.
And now here's our top 6. As these choices went overseas.
First call outs for everybody.
And 6th place is just for you two. Because at 42.7%, an actual beauty shoot. 3 people picked it as their top. And 1 person, the username Van Go Away. Very fun. must have a real beauty shoot. The beauty shoots are the ones I remember the most. I think There was an intense pressure on the models to hit big fashion poses and do the most. A beauty shoot challenges the contestants to give small variations in expression, intensity, or an emotion they were assigned, I guess, without having the distraction of dealing with gimmicks on set.
But even when there were gimmicks, I think we still got some really amazing beauty shots.
Yeah.
Spiders.
Also,
And
Akasha
snakes.
said because this meant that they would at least have that in their book,
Yes.
like an actual usable thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. Are there any beauty shots? I know we did a top one, but is there any, if you're like, oh, this is the kind of beauty shot that I wish every cycle did, was there one that you were like,
Cycle 2.
which was?
You wanna,
The one, so ones that were, they could be very different in your eyes and that'd be fine.
yeah.
Yes.
Cause you're talking helmet, you're talking,
I'm talking, but it was just, everyone got a concept and there was they were all beauty shots.
Mhm.
You know what? Honestly, Cycle 1 snake shoot.
Yeah.
But also in
Really did well.
Cycle 2, the retouch, unretouch.
Sure.
Wasn't that
Sorry.
3 with
Yes,
Kelly?
Sorry,
was
it is.
Kelly.
It's
Yeah.
Cycle 3.
I just think of that as the Kelly one because we're all like, poor Kelly. Last Kelly shout out of this
Yeah.
podcast. Kelly, I hope you're doing so good. We love you.
Kudos for Kelly. Justice for Julie. Kudos for Kelly.
And I mean the kudos candy bar.
Yeah, of
Still
course.
miss him, yeah.
I really do like it stripped to almost
Nothing.
nothing. It's fascinating.
I'll even give, it wasn't my favorite shoot, but color spray beauty shot.
Mhm.
Yeah. And there were some that really worked. Like Foes was amazing.
Yes.
Even crazy hats in Cycle 7.
Mm-hmm. Not crazy hair.
Not air.
Not
couture.
Air Wars.
And that's the thing that we're illustrating
Weave
too.
and Steven.
Is the beauty shots can also have top model
Isms.
theming.
Yeah.
Like Spider is one of the most famous ones, and
But
that
it
was
is-
mostly a scary shoot.
I mean, Hannah will probably agree with me because we know what a beauty shot is.
That's right.
But it should be
Full
just
body.
below shoulder,
Uh-huh.
mostly forward,
Get your hands out of there.
and get your hands out.
Not one finger, please.
But true, like,
yeah.
that's what right? It is just the face. And a lot of times a beauty shot, you can put any product over it.
I think they
Perfume.
I think they prioritized them more when it was CoverGirl.
Yeah.
Because
That's
that
true.
was the feeling you had to bring to CoverGirl even when it was a full body shot.
Yeah.
And that was also kind of you got to the CoverGirl beauty shot. It was like one of the final things. And they really did huge variations. The biggest variation I remember of the CoverGirl beauty shot was the black and white one they did randomly.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And, I've never been a fan of those laying down Cycle 3 on the water or whatever.
I still like Eva so much, but I get it. I just like that one was all real because they actually just had a pond. 5th place. Runway Teach. 43.7% and 7 people picked this as their number 1. Runway Teach. The finale is always a runway, so why wouldn't you? Plus, it's an opportunity for some epic and iconic J. Alexander, Miss J impressions of the contestants' walk.
It's also just necessary for the show to function. When we stopped getting teaches, the modeling got worse.
I also think runway walking is specific enough that it's helpful for the viewer to understand what's good and what isn't.
Well, Emily said, I think the seasons that didn't have it suffer and having at least 2 models in the finale that can't walk is super disappointing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you
That's
don't
true.
get a really good walker in that finale show, we're like, okay.
Yeah. I also think that similar to commercial shoots, that if you're thinking about good modeling, top model needs, you can do it all. It's photo shoots, runway, commercial.
Yep.
Right.
So when you take one of those out, it also gives some contestants who main good thing is runway less of an opportunity to stay in the competition.
I like that as like the holy trinity of top model skills.
Mm-hmm. And, of course, panel challenges, which we'll get out of. That's the 4th thing. And the next one, this leans into 4th place of, 45.6. A CoverGirl commercial with a wild product name. Taylor said, as much as I want to say Anne Choquette, I'm still fighting it. I'm going to have to say an absolute must-have is CoverGirl commercial with a wild product name. The very best moments of top model history are CoverGirl commercials. Period. No argument. Cycle 6, So Nice to Wear. Cycle 13, Common Yet Beautiful. Cycle 11, Leo Tipton Forever. Even Cycle 8's Sheila in the Bush. These moments are truly iconic, and there is no top model without them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I agree.
And it was a very specific kind of tongue twister. It was meant to be a little hard, but other than the times where they had to speak another language, which, whatever, it was useful. That was a useful thing to have a little bit hard copy.
Can you say copy? Can you do it? Can you say the lines?
And I
love
love,
not awkward.
and usually it let one of our more personality forward contestants
Sheena.
shine. I was literally just about to say, even though Leo crushed that, Sheena finally, I still think of the way she said, mix, match, and express yourself.
The closing of the compact.
It's great. You can see, oh, there's a career for that type of model as well.
And it's also fun to watch the arrogant fail.
Oh, Aaron.
Jade.
Well, and also what's nice about the commercial is there's a way to every cycle make them a little different. This time it's a teleprompter. This time it's a little bit of a group one. This time you only get one take. Like there's a way to like keep
Mix
that
it up.
fresh.
Yes.
Personality.
Number 3. Which has so many quotes I have to scroll further. Third place. 48.5. So nearly
Whoa.
half of the folks who voted picked this as one of their 7. Panel mini challenges.
Yeah.
Melrose's finest moment.
Boxing.
Yes.
Happily?
Box joyfully?
Joyfully.
A lot of people, their things were just listing out, and I mean this in the best possible affirmative way, was just listing out all their memories of the best ones.
If it weren't for panel challenges, we would never have discovered that hats are traps.
That's true. Now, was there one singular bad panel challenge? Yes. Well, yes, there was. It was the high shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, dangerous shoe ones were not as fun.
No. But even...
But anything that was an OSHA violation was never as fun.
No.
Yeah.
But even racist woman and Yaya's cheap kente cloth.
That
Destructive moment.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, for the podcast, apologize to that hat.
Well.
I would wear that t-shirt.
Yep. Brian, who is Jon Snow on Discord, said, panel mini challenges. I don't understand why they got rid of them, but they were some of the most hilarious moments on the show. Plus, it was a nice way to get to know some of the contestants. It just made sense. And that's the thing, too. I think the only reason panel mini challenges were eliminated was Tyra didn't have time. I blame the Tyra show for getting rid of panel mini challenges because also, that's just good TV.
Although when I think about the judging panel and the latter half of the series, I am relieved that Kelly Cutrone and Rob Evans were never judging panel mini challenges.
Agreed.
That's fair. But I do think you could have had fun with the Ashley Drew Law.
Absolutely, yes. That would have been a good time.
And I don't know. To me, that was something that it was also surprising because at the end of the day, a panel mini challenge is basically why Tiffany and Rebecca got sent home at the same time.
Yep.
Rebecca for the non-panel mini challenge stuff, and then Tiffany because of that. And you forget that it was something
silly.
So silly.
Sorry, that just made me think that there's a small corner of my brain that will, as you both know, forever be devoted to Naima going, wow!
Tiffy, a lot of people were like, Tiffany top models. Oh, that's so funny. This is from Garrett. Since we gave him a shout out earlier, let's read Garrett's quote. Can you say Magneta? The panel mini challenges provided entertainment and stakes to the judging ceremony. I think that's a good point. A contestant's fate could hang in the balance if she refused to eat a foreign dish, sprained her baby toe wearing heels, or couldn't read a teleprompter. Additionally, others could soar in the rankings and show personality by boxing joyfully, selling sexual chocolate, picking a signature hat. The panel mini challenges were vital to increasing stakes in the third act of the episode.
That's very well said.
And ended with just to always remember to say you have the most potential among the remaining girls. Because that's a panel mini challenge too, is that again, a lot of people started ripping off.
Yep.
They didn't actually, I forgot how rarely they did it.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was like it felt like a cycle 3 through 8-ish
Yeah.
kind of thing, because everyone knew that the answer was
The correct answer
Myself.
is myself.
the better question for TV is who should go home.
Yeah.
Oh, which is why Drag Race took that.
Oh yeah. Exactly. Drag Race doesn't ask because everyone would just be like me. I should stay. What are you talking about? I want to win money, please. All right, top 2. So this one's our Melrose.
My Joni.
These both got over half. So this one's 53.4. Private panel, long style, with 11 people picking this as their absolute must have. Hillary said something interesting. A real private panel, getting to know the biases of the judges.
Yes.
And the narratives they crafted was always entertaining. I really missed it in the later seasons.
Yeah. I think partially the getting rid of private panel came with getting rid of any guest judges.
Well, and it was the fault of social media
Yes.
and scoring.
There
Scoring
was no
really,
need for it.
exactly, was the end of private panel.
Well,
I would love an epic private panel with every permanent judge that was ever on top model. I would love to see Ashley Graham take down Nigel Barker.
Oh.
I think that one thing that Top Model did that I missed when we got kind of shortened private panels, I really like that no matter how much we got of the contestant in the episode proper, every single contestant got at least a couple of sentences about them in private panel. Because it really helped you get a sense of where the judges were thinking about people that hadn't been focused on yet.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really important.
And it's good for like storytelling in that sense of you don't have to have fake drama in the episode
Yes.
to say who's the top or bottom.
It also gives you insights into how accurate the contestants' perceptions of themselves in the competition are. Yeah. I'll always love private panel.
And our All-Stars private chambers. And this, I don't think this is going to be surprising, but it dominated. 60%, 60.2. First place, getting that CoverGirl contract.
Number one call out.
Pantene giving them $100,000. Go-sees with defined perimeters.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
20 people picked this as their number one, which is fully about 1/6, 1/7 of everyone picked it.
And I think that's correct.
Yes.
It has some of our most iconic moments of drama, but also how is this person going to work in the real world?
Yep.
And also, I love a fun timer.
As brought up by voters previously, a little countdown, a little versus ding.
The late rule about like you are not being judged.
Incredible heroes and villains from the designers themselves.
Yes.
Yeah, and from a podcasting perspective, it was an episode that had a lot of freshness to it because it usually was the first time the models were outside of Top Model in a way. And for me, seeing them in quote unquote real world situations was interesting. And again, I even like the slight variations. Like every so often you would have, I liked it personally when all the go-sees felt different.
Yes.
Like there was one more casual wear, one more athleisure, one high end, one purse or whatever.
Absolutely.
The most famous, the Petite Cycle jewelry, where they just got to go and be like, try on the necklace.
It was always fun to see somebody who the judges had a particular opinion of go out and charm someone who didn't know them.
Ariel said, it's always so fun to see, particularly the overseas location version of the go-sees. Witnessing different cultures and the interactions between the models and the clients is interesting. It's also nice to see new people judge the models without Tyra present. It helps solidify who could actually have a successful career outside of the show. That's an interesting point. I didn't even think about, like, how removed Tyra is from the go-sees for the most part.
Yes.
Also, to give the contestants something, it allows them to get potential work. Like this is something outside the show that could actually help them.
Yes.
And we've heard that some of those people did end up working with some of those clients. I will say, though, if you're going to do go-sees, I need the vehicle situation to be tenuous.
Yes.
I'm sorry, that's the reality TV
Tut-tuts?
to me. I need Vespas. I need Tut-tuts.
I need a phone to promote.
Oh my God.
I didn't even mind it when they had to pair the models up.
No.
Why not?
I think that's fine.
Yeah, racing for elevation stuff. That shows character too. Like one of our most famous things of all time is there's some people who have war in their countries. Like it's those also similar to panel mini challenges. When you remove that, you're missing out on the moments that made Top Model a cultural milestone.
And I would say the people that don't care, about the time, they are just using this as a personal work experience, and we're like, who cares? I'll go to every go-see.
Is this where Kezzy just bought
That's where she
worship?
bought worship.
Who knew? I totally didn't remember that she was our first, like,
Fuck this.
Ooh.
French
Perfume,
lotion, you say.
Ooh, de toilette.
Also, will live in my head forever, paying zero rent, is JW saying, "Did you book? Did you bank? Did you book and bank?"
That was Kelly at her best, was go-sees.
Yes. Because it was a real world situation which she loved, but she also had no say in anything.
I just think so funny. And you know what? If you were going to use Kelly Catrone in a role to host something, it would be Go-Sees.
Yeah.
It's the closest to what her job was purported to be. Because I also like
Kelly Catrone's rumored job.
Neighbor terrorizer isn't a job. Bad mother.
Do it one more time for us.
Hey, Mom, don't make fun of me. Remember, this is not my impression of Kelly
This is
Catrone's
Kelly
daughter.
Catrone's
This is Kelly
impression.
Catrone.
This
It
is-
is Kelly Catrone's daughter. Cycle 4 Michelle.
What? No.
Hell yeah.
One thing, too, last thing I'll say about Go-Sees is I liked it when the judges, Tyra specifically, were surprised at the booking rate.
Yes.
Mhm.
Because I really liked them coming up at panel and being like, how many did you book? And they got to see 4 out of 5. And Tyra was like,
Oh.
huh.
Opposite. My favorite's when they're like, I booked one, and Tyra's like,
Mm.
you were the person I was rooting for. And
I was
now-
anointing you as
Yeah.
winner.
Mhm.
What do I do
Whoops.
now?
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, and I generally, I think I did usually like them overseas more than, we got kind of a nice mix of sometimes they
Yeah.
were local.
I like when they did both. I love when
Which
they
was
did
rare,
a
but
go-
it did, yeah.
It did happen,
Yeah.
but go-sees.
New York style
Yeah.
and then or whatever.
And then no, now we're going to do a different market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. The commercials were the same, that like there is always some, we didn't talk about it really during commercials, but the commercials specifically that had to be in foreign languages for no reason. And then we learned that like the Catalan one was also just done in English and it was so much better. And we were like, why?
Who is this for?
The Japanese one that went late into the night.
The unauthorized Japanese one.
We have to leave.
This was just someone's house.
The wind blowing so hard.
Oh, but thank you to everyone who filled out our poll. I think there was some interesting
Yeah.
surprises in there. I think it's also, I hope anyone who may ever listen to this that works in this vein can see that like people want in their reality competition shows these milestone things.
Mhm.
Like
Structure.
Absolutely.
they want that consistency. You can change what the mini panel challenge is,
Yeah.
but we want them to exist. And social media being zero is
Shows.
so telling because we had that for 3 or 4 cycles. And that was like big and new and different. And clearly no one who is still talking about this show today cares.
Nope.
You can love something and not want to be an active part of it.
Uh-huh.
That is usually how I want to love something.
I was about to say, you mean ideal?
And if you love us, you can still rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast. Who knows? Maybe, things would drop in that feed. And also, we like hearing your reviews. They make us feel nice.
It's easy for me to say love something and don't be an active part of it. All of you who are such an active part of this are amazing. We appreciate the responses so much.
We were like 20 people will do this.
Mhm.
Like, and that'll be great, it'll still be a discussion, but I had to pick and choose the quotes. I'm sorry if I did not get to yours because they were just all bangers. Like such good insights to this. And this really showed the level of discernment that the fans of the show and fans of Pod Lead'em have. And I think that's gorgeous.
You can find me anywhere at Yet Charming.
I'm on Instagram at Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
I'm on Instagram at JW_Crump.
And be sure to use the hashtag PodLead'em. Yep, still use it.
Why not?
Why not? We gotta drown that Slovakian snow. So for PodLead'em, I've been Lex Basile Price.
I'll be Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm JW Crump.
And we'll see you on top.
Podleadum is not endorsed by America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks, 10x10 Entertainment, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. America's Next Top Model and all names, pictures, and audio clips are registered trademarks and copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.